I have a question for you.
Huh? You do?
Something's been bothering me for a while now, and I can't take it anymore. So to answer my question, I need you to explain to me what exactly your ultimate lucky student title means.
Oh, well, I don't totally get it myself, but what I do know is that I was picked at random from a pool of normal students.
So you just got in the Hope's Peak by blind luck. I see. Well, that answers my question.
What was the question?
How a commoner like you, with absolutely no unique talents or abilities, could even get into this school. Oh, I forgot to mention boring. How a boring, untalented, utterly generic commoner got in.
Boring? Generic? Did you really have to list all that?
But it's the truth.
Maybe compared to you, the ultimate fluent progny and all. But even I...
You seem to think it's merely an issue of title. But make no mistake. My lineage, intelligence, figure, athletic ability, they are all ultimate. Which is to say, I am the ultimate perfection. Feel free to begin calling me that, in fact.
He's really taking us to the extreme.
You, who have nothing, I, who have everything. We are living proof that all men are not created equal. You have my pity, Makoto. Life can be very cruel indeed. And because I pity you so much, perhaps someday I'll allow you to hear my tale of glory. Consider it a blessing, a gift from me to you, to allow you to bask in my glory. Having finished his mean-spirited lecture, Byakuya left me standing there in silence. Learned one thing about Byakuya today. Anytime I talk to him, I need to be prepared for extreme psychological trauma. Just to be clear, being the ultimate fluent progny is only one of my many talents. Some people think I rely on the care and protection of the Togami name.
Huh? Is this a monologue or something?
But I don't rely on my family. Rather, I am my family's savior. The Togami Corporation reaches across the world, true, but I will take us to even greater heights. It is expected of me, naturally. After all, even my own family has recognized my ultimate superiority. In other words, even among the Togami family, I am the chosen among the chosen.
So much confidence.
And that confidence is justified, I assure you. It comes from the battles I've fought and won.
Battles?
I am personally worth over $4 billion, separate from my Togami family assets.
How did you make that much money?
The stock market. I buy and sell shares and assets based on market trends, all within a single day. Surely even someone as simple-minded as you has heard of this technique.
So he buys and sells stuff on the stock market, doing everything in a single day. I think that's called... You're talking about day trading, right? And you were able to make $4 billion doing that?
Well, I first started doing it just to keep myself occupied. And before I knew it, there it was. It's really not a big deal.
I'd say it's a super big deal. Wait, but are high schoolers even allowed to buy stocks and stuff?
I'm Byakuya Togami.
Is that meant to be an explanation?
$4 billion is nothing to the Togami Corporation, but for personal use, it's not too bad. So you understand, right? I'm not merely the child of modern-day nobility.
You know, Byakuya, maybe we should start calling you the ultimate day trader.
Oh, I don't do that anymore. It was too simple, so I got bored of it pretty quickly.
Jeez, do you realize how insulting that sounds to the rest of us?
Of course, that's how I feel about anything I do. Frankly, life is too easy. It's only natural for me to do whatever I want in this world.
Man, he really is confident. We're like worlds apart. Galaxies apart.
Listen, Makoto. I wanted to ask you something.
What could Byakuya want to talk to me about? I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, sure, what's up?
You know, only a chosen few, perhaps 1% of us, are able to succeed in life. For the other 99%, their dreams never come true. Some never even have a dream in the first place. Spending every waking hour toiling to scrap together a meager living, just barely getting by. I just don't understand. Is there any meaning to a life like that?
Why are you asking me?
Because you're part of the 99%, of course. Why'd you even feel the need to ask?
I knew he was gonna insult me somehow.
Up until now, I've never been around anyone like that. So I'm interested. So tell me, how does it feel to live a life without hope, without potential or ambition or dreams?
Come on! I don't have ambition or dreams? I've never felt that way about myself. I mean, sure, maybe I'll never be as rich as you or anything, but do you have to go around saying that to everyone? Can you only be happy being better than others?
Your complaints are as old and tired as a third-rate pop song from any generation. And yet, those are the words of the 99%. That is how you find comfort in your tiny, cold little world.
Stop saying stuff like that!
Sorry, I can't not speak the truth. No matter how much you push and struggle, people like you will never be in a position to change the world. You could all disappear tomorrow, and nothing would change. Your existence is of no consequence.
Whether that's true or not, it doesn't matter. Even if you live a totally normal, unimportant life, you can still find happiness in that. If I can live a life that I'm satisfied with, that's all that matters. If I spent all my time comparing my life to other people's, I'd never be happy. Sure, maybe you can do that. You're guaranteed success from the day you were born, so...
Hold it. From the day I was born? You have no idea. You don't have a clue what you're talking about.
What?
Those who are chosen from birth have no concept of what that truly means. I have gone to battle and emerged victorious. That is why I am the chosen.
What are you talking about?
You're spoiled. All of you. Running away into a world of self-indulgence. Battle, competition, rivalry. You run away from it all. That is why the 99 walk the path that they do. Good God. Absolute lack of understanding makes me want to weep.
After showing a surprising amount of emotion, Byakuya quickly made his exit. What the heck got into him? He was acting totally normal up until I said something about being guaranteed success from the day he was born. I wonder why that set him off.
A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Huh?
It's a proverb. It means if you can only obtain something inferior, it's still better than longing for something better.
Yeah, I know what it means, but so what?
Put another way, if all you have nearby is a loser, that's better than a proper assistant far away. Makoto, be my secretary.
What?
A useless commoner like you could never hope to earn more than, say, $100,000 a year. But as my secretary, you would be guaranteed an ample salary and job security for the rest of your life. And, in honor of it being my birthday today, how about I multiply your already impossible expectations by, 5.5?
$100,000 times 5.5. You mean $550,000? That's like board member money.
Of course, as my secretary, you wouldn't be a mere servant. At some point, I would want you to become an actual assistant, taking the lead on important projects. Assuming you produce acceptable results, you could even become a core part of the Togami Corporation. You have no reason to refuse.
This is all so sudden. I don't get why, but you seem serious about it. Still, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to say no.
I'm trying to give you a chance to enter the battlefield of life and claim victory. Most commoners will never even get that chance. This is literally a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Do you understand? This is your chance. This is your one and only chance to rise above the 99. Are you really so scared of having to fight, to compete in order to win?
It's not that I'm scared. It's that I want to succeed based on my own effort. I want to find my own battlefield. I don't want it handed to me. I want to earn it. I want to find something that I'm willing to fight and die for. That's the only way I'll be satisfied.
Then you meant what you said earlier. That if you can have a life that you're satisfied with, that's all that matters. I'm glad to see you passed my test.
Huh? Your test?
That's right. The mere thought of someone like you as my secretary makes me physically ill.
Wait, so then...
The salary offer still stands, of course. It's yours if you want it. I don't need you spreading rumors that Byakuya Togami doesn't honor his word.
So he'd basically be paying me to do nothing? In a way, I almost regret my decision.
But I must say, I just don't understand you. You don't want to fight, yet you don't flee from the battle either.
It's like I said. For me, happiness comes from living the life I want to live.
Easy enough to say. Now you have to enforce your will until the very end. If you can do that, you can make it to the end. I'm afraid I'll be forced to acknowledge you.
And that's exactly what I'll do. Someday. Absolutely.
I don't expect much from you, but I'll be waiting. How do you still not understand?
Understand what?
I've been sacrificing all this valuable time of mine for your sake, but it's all amounted to nothing. We simply have nothing to talk about. We could talk forever and a day, and I would gain nothing from it.
But the more we can understand each other...
You and I will never understand each other. We live in different worlds. Our ways of life, our ways of thinking are totally incompatible. You're a loser, so go ahead and live your loser life. Make a bunch of loser friends. Then together, you can lick each other's loser wounds.
You don't have to keep saying loser.
Whether your self-indulgence is a lie or not, it doesn't matter. Whatever happens, I'm going to keep on fighting, and I'm going to keep on winning. That's one thing that'll never change.
But having to win all the time, doesn't that make your life kind of hard?
Such is the fate of the chosen.
The chosen? Listen, I've been meaning to ask you. You keep talking about the chosen. What does that mean exactly? And the way you say it seems a lot heavier than how I normally think of it.
Fine. If I'm going to waste my time with you anyway, I may as well explain this one last thing. I'll tell you how I became known as the ultimate affluent progeny.
There's a story behind that?
It has to do with the secret of the Togami family's prosperity. Our success comes from our family's rather peculiar inheritance system.
Peculiar inheritance? What do you mean?
You see, our family head never takes a wife. Rather, he couples with exceptional women the world over, in order to bear as many children as possible.
All over the world?
Then, they make the children compete, and only one can come out on top. And whoever it is, earns the right to become the next head of the family.
You mean, you have to fight your own brothers and sisters?
For my battle, there were 15 of us in total. When all was said and done, only one was still standing, the youngest brother. Me. In the entire history of the Togami family, the youngest male had never won.
Jeez, it sounds brutal. Can't even imagine something like that.
So, now do you understand? I won my title in open combat. That is how I became the ultimate affluent progeny. I was not born into greatness. I had to earn it. I put my life on the line, and I earned the right to be called the Chosen.
You put your life on the line? Then, what about your siblings?
Dead.
Dead?
I don't mean that literally, of course. They became dead to the family, unfit for the name of Togami. Of course, for them it really is like death. They're forced to become one of the 99, one of you.
But it must have been really hard, right?
You can't even imagine. which is why the survivor is recognized as the chosen. When you take over as the head of the family, all the weight of that family comes to rest on your shoulders. That is how dedicated I am. I am forever dedicated to keep on winning. And so I shall. Otherwise, I would feel only pity for those I had already defeated.
Byakuya pretty much said he carries the weight of always having to win. Winning comes natural to him.
All I'll say at this point is that I'm going to win this game too. It's been a long time since I've had so much fun. Need to get as much enjoyment out of it as possible. And in the end, I will stand victorious. I won't lose to the mastermind, or you, or anyone else. Even as the rest of you fall one by one, I will live and I will win, as long as my name is Byakuya Togami.
The finality of his statement left no room for doubt or question. Nobody but Byakuya could talk that way and sound so convincing. But because it's him, it seems possible that maybe that is his fate. Honestly, the more I talk to him, the more I see how far apart we are. At the same time, I feel like I understand him that much more. At least, I think I do.
Now let me be crystal clear. We no longer have anything to talk about. Do not come to me like this again. Goodbye, loser.
I can't imagine any way Byakuya and I could ever become friends in this lifetime.
How a commoner like you, with no absolutely... Well, I said the line wrong. I'll just do it again. How a commoner like you, with absolute... Oh man. But it's the truth. My favorite Dokkan battle YouTuber. The truth. I bet you don't even know them, do you, Naegi? Oh, Makoto. You stupid, worthless white boy. I bet you don't even know how to Dougie. Pathetic. Now watch and learn. Relax, move. What? Can you teach me how to Dougie? You know why? Because all the women love it. You seem to think it's merely an issue of title. But make no mistake. I will touch you.
Huh? Byakuya, don't!
No, it's too late. I'm already here.
No!
The stock market. I play it like a game. I think of it as chess, or checkers, perhaps. A layman's game as compared to chess. But, alas, you could say that. For a commoner like you, I imagine that's what you prefer. I don't even know how that game works. Just move everything diagonally. It's too simple. So boring. Even a little baby boy could play it. And I'm no baby boy, Makoto. I hope you know that. Because I would be very concerned if you didn't even know the difference between a 2-year-old and a 12-year-old, let alone a 17-year-old like me, or a 20-year-old like me. I don't know my own age. Makoto, I really like Oreos. Oreos truly are delicious, Makoto. Would you agree? What? I can't hear you. I love Oreo. I love Oreo. Oreo. It's quite delicious. I buy and sell shares and assets based on market trends, all within a single day. I know what the stock market is. You can tell because of the way I explain it. I buy and sell shares and assets based on market trends, all within a single day. It's something you can't wrap your head around, Makoto. You just...
I'm joking!
Oh, the Oreo came at me with a curse. Pharaoh's curse. I buy and sell shares and assets based on market trends, all within a single day.
Byakuya and I... Man, that freak. We got a little close. We became friends, even. Wow, I just love friends.